So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to export it as an SVG. This allows me to um, essentially do what I need to do to it. I just need to kick that as a vector. I'm going to go ahead and export all here, and then we're just going to go there as an SVG. Awesome. Okay, now let's go ahead and open it up in Inkscape. So I just opened it up in Inkscape here, and let's just go ahead and take a look at the vectors, see if I have any vectors here. All right. So I don't have the individual vectors. It just sent it as a file, an object. There we go. Path, trace, bitmap, brightness steps, maybe update. Yeah. Nah, we're gonna go with colors update. All right, we're gonna cool. All right, you won't even notice that there's a difference. I'm gonna delete that one there. I'm gonna go here and let's see how we're gonna cut this out. There's a couple of different ways to cut this out. To be fair, let's talk about those options here. So I'm going to click on this and I go object ungroup, and I'm just going to delete the background layer. Yeah, okay. Delete the background layer here, and let's talk about each of these layers individually. We have one here. Let's see here. A lot of different colors going on here, more than I anticipated. Yeah, we have a lot going on here. Okay, so back one, and okay, I'm going to go back one more time, all the way to the beginning here. All right, let's try that again. Path, trace, bitmap, and I'm just going to want to do, let's see, we have this, this, and this. We're going to remove background, and we're going to go three scans. That should give me three separate pieces here. Update, okay, and I'm going to remove this here, delete this, and now I have this. All right, let's break this down into the files that we're going to use. All right, so one simple way to do this would be, I'm going to click on it, go Object Ungroup, and we're going to have three different layers. We're going to have black and, actually we're only going to have two. So we're going to have black and we're going to have gray layer here. Easiest thing to do would actually be to take this center and cut it out as its own layer. So let me show you what I mean by that here. I'm gonna actually, yeah, now I'm gonna have to break this apart here. All right, so let's go fill and stroke, remove fill, add stroke. All right, so essentially I have two sets of shapes. I have these interior shapes and I have these exterior shapes. And I really want to do something incredible with these. Let's go ahead and see what happens. We're gonna go, do something here. Yeah, we're gonna go path break apart here. Okay, and I'm gonna select this outside line and the inside line here, and maybe that line. Okay, and we're gonna move that all off to the side. So a couple of ways we could do it is we could, you know what I'm gonna do? Put that line as well. Interior line there. Sorry, being a little ridiculous here. There's 100 different ways to do what we're about to do. So I'm essentially grabbing, I would cut out this outside shape here. Then maybe cut out these layers and layer them over them. And forgive me for rambling. I am slightly distracted by the fact that we can do so much with this. We can cut out this shape, then we're going to cut out these shapes, and we're going to cut out this shape, and then stack them all together. That's a complicated way to do it. Or what we'll do is we'll just cut out, so we won't worry about the overriding, the big background one, right? And so we'll just cut this out. In doing so, though, we're going to run into a couple of unique difficulties. This centerpiece is going to drop out as is. this centerpiece, this centerpiece, this centerpiece. We're just going to run into a lot of unique problems. So we're going to remove those problems. I'm going to create a little box here, about this big. And I'm going to go ahead and line all this up here. I have to be careful with what I'm about to do because of just the amount of sheer detail in all of this. This plus this equals path union. Okay, that's what we're going to do. All right, cool. So we're going to go ahead and just join things together here. I'm just going to reduce the stroke width on this puppy here until I have just what I want. And I'm going to change the angle here and bring this closer. Like that. I'm going to Control C, Control V, which is just a copy paste function. And we're going to do that as well, I think. And we're going to V, copy that there. Let's go ahead and bring that closer. Everything seems to have the same angle going on inside of here, so we're going to just try to keep that consistent here. This one I am going to do a little bit of changing to it because I don't like the way it's going to cut. This S is going to do wonders here. Let's go ahead and look at the O and the P here. So we're going to go V on the O here. Let's go like that. We're going to make sure that everything is slotted. Now, the reason we're doing this is if we don't, the center of these are all going to pop out here. And that's not going to be good for anyone. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see unpopped letters. There we go. O, the P, and the B and the A. So let's go with B, and then the A. And the A has a slightly different angle. Okay. Now I'm going to take this here and copy this one and do the same thing up here. All right. So now comes the whole, let's combine everything to make sure it all comes out. So we click on one, we click on the other, we go path union. There we go. This plus this. I hold shift and click on the overriding shape. It's all selected. Path union. Okay, cool. Same thing here. Path union. Same thing here. Path union. Oops. Shift there. Path union. And you're going to forgive me because I'm using keyboard keys, but I'm essentially doing the same thing. Path union. Same thing here. Path union, same thing here, oops, path union, and we're going to just keep unioning the things that we need to union in order to get it to stay on the piece. If we don't do this, you're going to have letters or centers of letters popping out, and nobody wants letters that are going to pop here, and then Control C-V, and here and there. All right. Last one to do is here on the E. E is a difficult one, and how you decide to do the E is really all up to you. One good way to do it would be like this, this, and that. There we go. See, now I have that center of that E, and it'll cut out, but maybe that's too big. I maybe don't like that. Change my settings here. Change the way this one's going to cut out. I'm going to shrink the size of it, shrink the size, maybe, oops. Change the way this one's actually going to sit inside of here. Alright, we're going to do this. Just going to keep making small adjustments to get the shape that I want, which is going to be right here. There we go, look at that. Alright, so now we have this complete shape that we can work with, and you can go from there. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. All of this will then cut out. I'm going to go ahead and pause and pull us over into SheetCam with this. I'm going to go File, Save, and then I'm going to go